Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Rewind That. It's your girl, Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Today, guys, we're going to be going over this season premiere of Atlanta, Season 4, Episode number 1, called The Most Atlanta. And the title is definitely very befitting, guys, because they was really doing the most in this episode. Okay, so the episode starts off with Darius coming into a department store where people were looting. Okay, for whatever reason, I don't know, but they were looting and just, running throughout the store, stealing things. And so in comes Darius as usual with his weird self. And he wants to return an air fryer that was a gift to him. Okay, the dude is looking at him like, are you serious? Because the guy behind the counter, he was busy hiding. And when he sees that Darius is trying to return the air fryer or get like some type of gift receipt, whatever he wants to do, get his money back, he's like, are you kidding me? Like, do you not see what's going on around here? So Darius turns around and he's like, oh yeah, it is pretty wild, but looks like a Marshall's now or something like that. So as the dude is getting ready to give him back his money, he decides, you know what? I ain't giving back nothing. I think I'm gonna take this with me and I'm gonna leave. So he robs the cash register and he bounces. So Darius is still stuck with the air fryer, and on his way out, there's this Karen in a wheelchair. Okay, guys. I mean, talk about bold, okay? In a wheelchair, can't do a daggone thing, can't bust a grape. So she's trying to stop like 10 Negroes from getting out of the store with merchandise. Oh, I can't let you take that. You guys are stealing. Then she sees Darius with the air fryer and she's like, I can't let you leave with that air fryer. And Darius was the only one that was like, please, and just walked around the situation and just, walked out. So the other people just walked past her too, and then some others came back and they just like sprayed her with these fire extinguishers. Then come to find out she had a knife. So after this, Darius was still standing there and she spots him, like after she's covered in all the white stuff from the fire extinguisher, she starts charging at him with the knife. And this becomes an issue throughout the whole freaking episode, guys, okay? Because he goes to meet up with Paperboy, who is in traffic, like stuck in traffic. When Darius came back, he was like, I told you I'll be able to run in there real quick and do what I had to do and still come back, and you was going to still be right here. So Paperboy is stuck in traffic, trying to get to the airport, don't even know where the heck he going to go, but he wants to get to the airport because he wants to get out of Atlanta. So when Darius gets into the car, he finds out that this rapper named Blue Blood died. And I guess it was somebody that was pretty cool, used to do like little secret messages in his raps, and somebody that Paperboy really looked up to. Okay, so as Paperboy is talking about it, Darius sees the freaking Karen rolling through on her wheelchair through the traffic. Now, my thing is, how the heck did she know where the heck to find him, right? So that was really annoying. Soon as he comes out of the car, because he was like, listen, if you don't want to get off at the next exit, I'm gonna have to leave and get up out of here, okay? As soon as he gets out of the car, the lady swinging on him with her knife. I'm like, Darius, if you don't kick this lady out her chair real quick and be gone, like, I mean, come on now. She's asking for it at this point. All right, so anyway, then we get over to Earn and Van, and they're out at Atlantic Station, and first thing we notice is that Earn runs into an old girlfriend. Then he runs into another girlfriend that sees him while they're in the store. And here go Van, like, is that another ex-girlfriend? Like, what's going on here? So we think that this is all just gonna happen with Earn all day, but then we get one of Van's exes coming up like, hey Van, long time no see, blah, blah, blah. So later on, we find them just walking down the street and they're pointing to all of these people that they dated, saying to each other how long they dated and all this stuff. And the odd thing is that it's been a while. So it's like, when I dated this dude 10 years ago, he was working in this store and he's still here. So that's really weird. So Van was like, you know what, this is just really weird and I just want to leave. So when they get to the parking lot, they can't find the car and they're lost, right? So now here Kenya pop up again and she's like, hey Van, long time no see. And Van was like, we just saw you. And she's like, oh my gosh. So she realizes too that she's been in there for a while. And so she also lets them know that she was lost, right? And Ern was like, well, when you first got here, what was the movie that was playing? And she was like, now you see me too. And Van and Ern was looking at each other like, oh snap. And she was like, is that a bad thing? And they were like, no, it's good. It's okay. All right, bye. So they left, and come to find out, because I had to look it up, guys. Now You See Me Too was from 2016. So this girl done been trapped in this place for 6 years. And I'm like, this is very weird, okay? I don't know what the heck is going on. All right, so now let's get over to Paperboy, who has decided to take the next exit out of the traffic because there was a guy that was going live and he was like, yeah, trying to act like he knew Paperboy. And Paperboy was like, you know what, let me just get the heck off, all right? So the crazy thing about that is Darius already asked him to take that exit. And Paperboy didn't want to do it, but he wound up doing it anyway because he was spotted in traffic. Okay, now, so as he's pumping gas, he's listening to Blue Blood, and it's weird because while he's pumping the gas, a lot of the lyrics are just kind of like familiar to his surroundings. So he goes up into Dee's barbecue and he orders a zoo pie. All right. So then as he's sitting down on the bench waiting for his food, like the lyrics is almost as if somebody's freaking watching him. So it's just really weird. So then he gets his food and then he finds out that it's a scavenger hunt. So the song is a scavenger hunt and he goes everywhere that the lyrics tell him to go. He does everything the lyrics tell him to do. I think he went to like a locker that was in the swimming pool gym. He went to the movies. Like he went everywhere until finally the last place led him to a funeral home. And he thought that Blue Blood was probably really alive, but he finds out that he really was dead and Blue Blood's wife was there. And she said, you know, this is the way he wanted his funeral to go. He wanted to do one last album when he found out he was dying, and he wanted to do a scavenger hunt. And you are only the 5th person that showed up. And I think that he thought more people were going to show up. So it was kind of sad, you know. And Paperboy was telling Blue Blood's wife that, you know, I really looked up to this guy and stuff like that. Is it okay if I go and pay my respects? So he goes up to the casket. And I said, you know what? This is Atlanta. This is going to be some shenanigans. So when he looks inside the casket, it's a freaking skeleton, all right? Paperboy is like... what the heck? So she was like, yeah, that's not really his skeleton. I had to cremate him about a month ago. So I'm like, you know what? Of course, right? So anyway, we're gonna get back to Darius because as he's trying to walk and, you know, just get away from this crazy lady, she finds him again. And it looks like it's like an alleyway. It's really not an alleyway because it's really wide open. But he sees her coming. Okay, it's kind of like an industrial alleyway, I guess you want to call it. So ain't nobody around. And she drives up to him. And I'm like, once again, kick this freaking lady out of her chair. And another thing is, it was just like, don't she need to charge this chair? Like, how is she all over the city without her her wheelchair dying out? So anyway, guys, he was trying to let her know that he's not a bad guy and he was just trying to return a gift and stuff like that. And she's like, I don't care. So he escapes through this fence and he tells her, get some help. And he walks away, right? So now we get back to Ern and Van, who find a little exit area in the parking lot that they were lost in. So as Ern was like, all right, let's go in. She was like, no, you know, I don't really want to go in there. Like, I'm a little scared. And he's like, all right, well, let me go check it out to make sure it's safe. And she's like, and leave me in here with the rest of your exes. And Ern was like, you know, I wouldn't do that to you, right? Like, I wouldn't ever let you end up like them. So that was kind of cute right there. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, just come on. So they both went in there and it was pitch black, but they felt like the walls were carpeted and a little soppy, like wet and stuff. And I was like, ew. So as they were trying to make their way through, it was a lot going on, you know. I guess he was saying, oh, I'm stuck. You're going to have to kick me. She must have kicked him in the, you know, the groin. And he's like, no, kick me here. Oh, whatever. It was just a lot, child, a lot. Okay, so they finally make it through and the exit leads them to the same place where Blue Blood's funeral is, okay? And so they just come busting through the door and Paperboy and Blue Blood's wife is looking like, what the heck And Paperboy was like, oh, you mess with blue blood too? Of course, ain't nobody got time to be answering none of this stuff because everybody has had such a weird day. So out comes Kenya as well because she was like, oh, I followed you guys. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, good for Kenya that she got out because, you know, she was up in the mall because she wanted to get a gift for her dad. So when they exit, right, they also see Darius. So I like how they all went on these little crazy adventurous days, if you want to call it that, right? And how they all wind up back together, okay? Different paths that led them right back together again. Okay, so when they all got into Paperboy's car, Van was like, do you have a ride? Like, do you need a ride, Kenya? And Kenya was like, no, my Uber is 2 minutes away. So guys, before they left though, Kenya was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even get a gift for my dad. And so Darius is like, you know, you can have this, you know, the air fryer. And he's like, you know, my hands is getting tired anyway. And I'm over here thinking like, girl, you've been gone for 6 freaking years, honey. I hope everything is okay with your dad still, okay? And that's that. So back to the whole thing where the Uber is only 2 minutes away. Paperboy and them bounce, and all we see is the back of Kenya's head, and we hear that little stupid Karen approaching her from behind with that motorized wheelchair, honey. And I was like, if Kenya don't turn around and kick the crap out of this daggone Karen, I am going to be pissed. Listen, look, last season we had a Karen overseas, okay, on Atlanta. Now we got a Karen over here, which is normal, but I really don't want to keep seeing these people, okay? Not if they're not going to get dealt with, all right? But anyway, guys, that is how the episode ended. Lots of shenanigans, lots of weirdness. But what do you expect when you're dealing with Atlanta, okay? It's all fun and then some real stuff and then some weird stuff as well, okay? But that was the episode. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Until next time, you guys take care and be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.